Hey guys, before we get started on this, I just want you guys to understand the Scooby-Doo formula and everything before we start. Okay, some of these theories are really dark, really, really unnecessary, which is not at all true. Yeah, and you guys better tone down the volumes because these theories are absolutely get on my nerves, which is which is not which is not inappropriate. Anyways, let's get started. Oh, and also before I go, do not believe these theories because not all theories was true. Like all of this, for example. And I'm going to be explaining why these theories aren't true. That's right, I'm going to trash the hell out of these theories. That's right, I'm going to roast the hell out of these theories. Anyways, let's get right to it, shall we?
There's an insane theory about Scooby-Doo. What is it?
Okay, okay, I'll listen to you guys. So what's the interesting theory? Insane theory.
So I saw an article by CBR, and there's a theory that the entire Mystery Incorporated gang isn't just trying to solve mysteries; they're actually trying to escape the government. What do
Escape from the government? That sounds ridiculous, but let's just, listen. Man, I'm starting to think this is gonna be bad. And is and I'm starting to think they're gonna egg me on this video.
What do you mean by escape the government? So in the first ever released Scooby-Doo,
Wait, wait. I never heard of this guy, and I never heard of his channel. But when I saw this theory, I was like, wait, why those two look the same guy? Why those two look like the same guy? Like he was making a video out of himself and he's talking by himself. How ridiculous is that? He's 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 contradicting and talking to himself besides the other person. If you're gonna if you're gonna make a video, tell us and show us and show us. Anyways,
episode, it was actually released in 1969, and 1969 is actually the time of the Vietnam War, and this is when they were drafting people to fight in the war. And when you look at the entire Scooby-Doo gang, they never settle down in one spot. They're always on the move. But the reason they never stop moving is so that Shaggy and Fred don't actually get drafted to fight in the war.
what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? If the Scooby Gang escape from the war, why does the show exist? Why does the show exist? This is ridiculous. And plus, they're heroes. And it seems they're villains to me. What do they have against the government? Absolutely nothing. And plus, this has nothing to do with it. This is a kids show, not an adult show. You basically sound like this is a Velma series, which I'll be not which, you guys already see my post. I roasted this series, which I'll be leaving down in the description.
I guess that's one way to avoid it. Go find some monsters. Yeah, and when you think about it, a lot of people think that Shaggy's a hippie, and in 1969, there was actually a really big hippie movement. So the theory goes that Shaggy is just on the run with his dog Scooby, and Fred and
What? Idiots! Listen, people can smoke. People can, become hippies. What does Shaggy have something against this? And plus, the Scooby Gang cannot age. So what makes you think that? So what makes you think that that Scooby Doo can age? That they have against the government? They're heroes. That's why they solve mysteries. Because there's crimes. These villains does crimes like robbing a bank, and other crimes, and they dress up as monsters so they can get away with it. That's why the gang has to solve mysteries.
Daphne joined him because Fred was actually drafted, but he's on the run. And the theory
What? Well, if this is true, Daphne would not have joined them because Daphne's a great person and her parents are rich. So her parent So her parents will absolutely avoid her from going with them. It's quite clear. And plus, again, they're teenagers. And they're not adults. So what makes you think this is true? And Scooby is a dog. He can't go on a protest. Because this is not how it looks.
States that Velma is actually a protester because in 1969 there was actually a lot of protesters during the war. So
What? No, she's not a protester. Again, they're teenagers. Not only that, but what makes you think that Velma was a protester? If she's a protester, then why she's not dead? Why she's not dead? This is a show, guys. It's nothing contains to guys. This is a kids show which is started. Hanna-Barbera was just wanted money, so they created Scooby-Doo. So yeah, guys. Sorry, guys. I was just this theory just bothers the hell out of me last night because this is absolutely ridiculous.
she wanted to travel with them to protest around the country.
It is amazing though how this theory
Idiots! That's not true. They solve mysteries so they can save the day and so they can save the world. If this is true, why did Daphne got a a TV show job, got her own TV show, and Fred was involved? The government will have captured and arrest Fred and Daphne, and they're gonna force and torture them and to tell them the whereabouts about Velma, Fred, and I mean Shaggy and Scooby. So yeah, they're just making things up. I mean, why the Scooby Gang aren't in jail? They're supposed to be in jail while solving mysteries. These people should know who they are. On top of that, why the parents still accepted them after all the things they did? They just never watched they just never wants to watch the series, or should I say him, because it's quite clear that he's talking to himself. He was at the right, he was in the left, talking to himself. They look exactly the same and they wear different clothes to make us think that it was them when it's not. It's just one person. Is it quite clear? This idiot is making things up as he go. And he act like he tried to make us hate the show, which is quite clear is not true.
lines up historically.
There's an ins
Okay, now I'm done with this theory. Oh, I forgot. Guys, I'll be only looking up theories that were short, not long. Yeah, and do not listen. Oh, yeah, and do not believe this theory about Scooby's an alien. It's not true. S- Scooby Doo was just a mascot dog. That's why Scooby Doo talks. The military has nothing against on Scooby. Because this is true, why is Scooby Doo is around newspaper on Zombie Island and the witch's ghost? Scooby Doo was in the newspaper. They would have found out who Scooby was for a few seconds. For a few seconds. So yeah, these people are clearly making stuff up. We all know how Shaggy and Scooby knows what to eat every night. So everyone can eat. Everyone can eat wherever they want. And plus, again, they're cartoon characters. They're cartoon characters. They can eat. They can eat wherever they want. They can be hungry. What's your excuse? But hey, this seems, a bit. And why the hell did you look, Well, the theory goes that Shaggy was actually a drug addict. That's why he always. Ah, that's the whole point! Shaggy is a stoner! So shut the fuck up. Everyone knows. This is an invalid reason. This is an invalid reason. That's the whole point about Shaggy. That's the whole point of him. And no, and Shaggy's wait, drug addict. Wait, what the hell that means? I know about drug, but Shaggy stopped doing that, and Shaggy's a stoner. But what the hell is a drug addict? I'm go, I'm going to look it up real quick on my phone because I don't actually know what that is. Huh? Well, you do have a point. But still, that's the point about Shaggy's character. So why you look like that? Why'd you look like a zombie, huh? Look at you. You staring like that, like you have a petrified face. Are you turned into a stone? That's right. You one ugly kangaroo beard.
No. Hey.
But it's deeper than that, including that Scooby wasn't even alive anymore. He's Shaggy's imagination. Oh my crapping god. No, he's not! If he's Shaggy's imagination, why are people seeing him? Why does Scooby has a family? It's like he never watched the show and he's just making stuff up as he go. Because imaginary friends, Shaggy is the only one who can see him. But how does the rest of the gang see him? Huh? Prove how he's a freaking idiot. Because I have an imaginary friend. Well, it's actually Scooby. Because yeah, it's actually Scooby. I did add him a few of my videos because he's my imaginary friend. Anyways, and my parents couldn't see him. So it's quite clear this guy doesn't know anything about imaginary friends. And why again? Why his face look like that? Look, why? Why? Bro, and look at his kangaroo haircut. It matches his beard and his pimples and freckles. So, okay. It's crazy as part that the theory that Shaggy doesn't actually have friends. Velma and Daphne keep bullying him and calling him saying Shaggy he smells. Did you know everything about the show? The Fred, Daphne, and Velma been friends with Shaggy is because Shaggy was bullied. After that, they become friends with Shaggy because he's being interesting. Again, but what's your excuse on Scooby? What's your against on Scooby? That's the. And plus, it's Scooby. No, he was wrong about Shaggy he smells because if you guys watch Scooby Doo, the music of vampire, it's Scooby he smells because Scooby is a dog. Because Scooby's a dog and he doesn't take baths. But Shaggy, he take baths because he's a human. Shaggy can do whatever the hell he wants. I still cannot I still cannot take this video seriously when his face look like that. Like, dude, can you just talk? Or just show some image, like now? Just image, not your freaking stupid crapping face. like a freaking puppet. Like a stupid ass puppet. So his relationship with a dog were all made up because Shaggy of drugs. Oh my fucking god. Dude, how does Shaggy seen all this? Listen, this guy is clearly making stuff up. I get it. Shaggy is a stoner, but there's no excuse. How does the gang see him? How does the rest of everyone see him? How? I get it, Shaggy does drugs, but what makes you think that this is true? That this is true? So shut the fuck up and look and get some research. And matter of fact, you better get a checkup and tell why your doctor why you're so ugly with your face looks like that. See, look at this theory is freaking hilarious with his stupid crapping face. Are you something? So Scooby is just a drug includes Shaggy's dream of mystery van. And he's actually had a great guy named Scooby, but he died. And now all of his imagination. My fucking Scooby cannot Scooby and the rest of the gang cannot age. They're teenagers, and Scooby is a mascot. They can die, but longest if the gang lived, but longest if the Scooby Doo show ended, and they're making no more movies and no more shows. Scooby Doo died, and the rest of the gang died because there's no more movies or shows. That's how it works. The reason why they cannot die and they cannot age is because they're cartoon characters. Sorry, guys. It's just not. This theory is pissed me off. They're clearly insulting. That this is clearly insulting, in my opinion, because I have an imaginary friend, and my parents cannot see me. My dad cannot see me. Everyone cannot see me. Cannot see him. I mean, dude, I do have an imaginary friend, and guess what? No one can see him. They cannot see him. And I was made fun of in school because people think I was talking to myself, when clearly I'm not. And I was bullied by my brother for all my life. It's, yeah, because of this. So what makes you think? Now it's bringing up all my childhood, all the terrible things that happened to me, all the terrible things that happened to me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so sorry. I was insulting him all over his face. It's because, again, it reminds me all of this, and it's pissed me off. It reminds me of my entire childhood, and it's not only pissed me off, but I try to forget about this ever happened, and this brings everything back that I really don't. So yeah, guys, I'm telling you the truth right now because I'm basically roasting this guy in the face. Because I'm basically roasting this guy's face. Okay, a dog fan theory. Okay.
There's an aspect of Scooby-Doo that most people typically don't think about. Why are four teenagers driving around the country and sometimes the world with no specific destination? That's something that has always seemed odd, especially when you consider the fact that none of them really have anything in common. Well,
What?
according to a popular fan theory, considering the fact that Scooby-Doo premiered in 1969, some believe that the Scooby Gang was just a group of draft dodgers. 1969 happened to be the same year that the Vietnam War was at its height and able
That's where the show runs. That's where the show runs, okay? They're making a show. This has nothing to do with the war. This has nothing to do with the government. So shut up. Why are you voicing over? You and your stupid voiceover. I get it, you're trying to show us, but what's your crapping excuse? You're making stuff up as you go. This is ridiculous. If anything, this is ridiculous.
citizens were being drafted, and it's believed that Fred received his drafting notice. And instead of enlisting, he and his future fiancée, Daphne, decided to run away together along with their local hippie, Shaggy, and Velma, who was likely an anti-war activist.
If this is true, why do you... Oh my god. Why? There's no year of Scooby-Doo. They're just teenagers, okay? And Scooby's a mascot. This is a kid's show, not an adult show. War and governments only be mentioned if... Ugh. This is sorry guys. This theory bothers me. It's the same exact theory with that two-dimensional one ugly guy.
Activist. The group hopped in the flower van and hit the road, and the rest is.
Dude, that's just a van that Fred designed. If anything, this one is ridiculous because everyone designs their vans. There's other movies like Onward when Barley designed his van to become a unicorn. But here, Fred is the rest of the gang wanted them to be flowers. Wanted the scoop wanted the mystery machine to be like this. It's their ideas. And the reason why it's called a mystery machine because it has a lot of technology of mysteries. It has a lot of tracks there. And it's a huge van full of traps and full of, seats. So the rest of the gang would sit at. So yeah, if anything, so having the mystery machine being involved is ridiculous. And plus, what does have to do with the van? The government will recognize the van and come with the Scooby Gang. Arrest the Scooby Gang for being a part of the war that they're looking for. So yeah, this guy's clearly making this stuff up because the government would have just found out found out this band used to be a part of the war and a part when they have, guys, you see what I mean how ridiculous this theory is?
I guess fake history. There's no.
Fake history. Shut up! They're not even real, they're cartoon characters. Sorry guys. Again, this bothers the hell out of me. This is the same exact theory. Th- this talk those mother crappers were cooking with more theories. They're making theories. Like it's absolutely nothing. With no research whatsoever. Again, guys, do not believe that the Scooby Gang are in a war. They're not. If this is true, they would have, if this is true, they if this is true, they wouldn't, they wouldn't still be here. They would have still the government locked up. It's close as the same exact theory that Scooby Doo was an alien and the government was looking for him. When clearly the government should have found Scooby and took him. Scooby was around the world, and especially Scooby's family. The government would have arrested Scooby's family and arrest the rest of the gang's family, and saying if they don't surrender, they'll kill their family, and the rest of the Scooby Gang surrender. So having them to be an enemy with the government is ridiculous because they're cartoon characters. They're nothing worse. They're nothing worse. Okay? You guys need to understand that those are cartoon characters. They aren't real. And this is just wrong. And this is just wrong. And the way they've been saying is just wrong.
5 Scooby-Doo theories that should not be true. 1. Shaggy is a pothead. We see that Shaggy is constantly paranoid about ghosts and is always hungry. Moreover, he is constantly blabbering to his dog, so maybe he was a pothead. 2.
What? Well, I don't know what that is though, but I go research that later.
Velma is a lesbian.
Well, Well, they're right. Velma is lesbian. So why is this a theory?
Velma seems to get a bit jealous when Daphne picks Fred. She doesn't have a boyfriend, and when she finally does, it's Shaggy out of all people. 3. Scooby
Yeah, you're right. Because they did show that Velma was a lesbian. And didn't you know in the live action Scooby Doo, they was gonna in the rated R cut, they was gonna make, Velma, so attracted to Daphne.
snacks are drugs.
What? No, they're not. They're dog treats or cookies. They're dog treats or cookies. If this is true, Scooby Doo and Shaggy will not be solving mysteries quick. They rather be high, and they rather screw things up. Not only that, but what makes them think that this is a good idea? This is a kid show. No one um wants to see characters being high. These people doesn't know anything about Scooby Doo or reality. These freaking idiots are just pulling out their ass.
Scooby and Shaggy are crazy about Scooby snacks, and it
That's their favorite food. Idiots. That's their favorite food. That's what they like.
might be that it contains a depressant drug that makes them high and calms them down. 4. Scooby is a USSR lab experiment. A Soviet space program
No.
bred highly intelligent dogs for space travel, and Scooby started his life as a subject there, but he escaped with the help of a scientist who decided to take him to America. How does that sound?
Okay. This is absolutely retarded. I just said that Scooby is not, oh my god, an alien, and he wasn't tested with a science experiment. According to the Scooby Doo formula, Scooby was a mascot. That's why he's an animal. That's why he can talk. It's because he's a mascot. That's what makes Scooby Doo great. It's because kids love seeing dogs talking. It's because kids love seeing animals doing cartoons and funny things. And that's what Scooby Doo was. And Scooby Doo is not smart. He's dumb. Oh my god. Who do you think he is? A Ravenclaw? Scooby Doo is not smart. He's dumb. According to, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, this is mentioned by Daphne multiple times that both Scooby and Shaggy were dumb. And there's some prime examples of this. The example is in, the Scooby Doo R-rated cut. The Scooby Doo R-rated cut, there were scenes that Scooby Doo was actually dumb. He got his math problems wrong. He got everything wrong. And let's not forget in Scooby Doo Monster Unleashed that Scooby Doo, was writing a clue for Shaggy to prove it. Guess what? Instead of writing it and point things out, Scooby wasting time drawing a bunny. You see what I mean? Scooby Doo is not smart. I get it, all dogs were intelligent, but Scooby is the mascot. He's not like other dogs. And plus, Scooby is a cartoon character. That's what makes him great. He's an idiot. He's a complete utter idiot. This what makes cartoons and stuff great. They love seeing characters being idiots because it's funny. Fred and Shaggy would get. Oh my fucking god! No, they're not. Fred loves Daphne and Shaggy. I would say that Scooby and Shaggy were, but they're not in love. They're not in love. But Shaggy loves girls. It was mentioned a few times. These people are just pulling out their ass as they go. Or just pulling out their ass as they go. And it's and this is like they tried to mess this show up and try to mess up our childhood. And after all this time, I'm the one and only person who's been putting all this together.
5. Fred and Shaggy are gay. In the Valentine's Day episode, Fred goes home with Shaggy, implying that they live together. Fred tells a male biker that his name is Freddy if we're dating, and later we see Shaggy calling Fred Freddy. 5. Scooby-Doo Theories
It's because, oh my god, it's close to Fred's. Oh my god, you guys are absolutely ridiculous. Fred loves Daphne. If this is true, it would ruin and Daphne's and Fred's relationship. And plus, who the hell wants to see Who the hell wants to see Fred and Shaggy dating? My dad would hate. My dad, would not allow me watching the show if she found out there was a gay couple. There's nothing interesting. They're the ones who introduced me to the show. If this is true, then this is a problem. Because my dad would never let me watch this show. Not even my mom, because they're not interested in seeing cartoon characters being gay. So having Fred and Shaggy being gay is ridiculous. Because again, it ruins their relationship and it's not and if this is true, it would ruin Scooby Doo's forever. It would ruin Scooby Doo forever. Because not everyone likes seeing the Scooby Gang being gay. And plus, there's no motives. They're just friends. That's what friends do. Idiots. They're clearly making up stuff as they go. So yeah, guys, everything what you heard of these theories were not true. The reason why Scooby-Doo can talk is because he's a mascot. He can talk is because he was created by Warner Brothers. That's what makes Scooby-Doo popular, is because Scooby-Doo can talk. Kids love seeing talking dogs. Kids love kids laugh at Scooby being dumb. That's why he doesn't do what normal dogs do. It's because he's a mascot and not all, animals do things that original animals can do, like Yogi Bear, and a few others. Oh, not to mention SpongeBob. Like under the sea, none of that is not true. They just don't have the same motives in real life. They're cartoons.
Did you know that a popular fan theory says that the original Scooby-Doo cartoon takes place after an economic collapse? Adults are too busy trying to survive, which is why no one stops the four teenagers from solving crimes and leaving it to the professionals. The villains are people who turn to crime because honest jobs are scarce. The spooky locations they visit are the result of a country that has fallen apart. It's a dark interpretation, but it adds
Oh, oh, right. It's the Scooby Doo apocalypse. I haven't read the comics yet. I haven't read the comics yet. So yeah, I don't actually know about this. Anyways, I got to go. My bus is out there. I had to go look. See you guys later. Scooby out. And I hope you guys understand these theories aren't true.